Hi everyone! I just wanted to make this video to encourage you all to fix your clothes. It's not that hard to fix your clothes, and it's so rewarding when you can wear something again that you love. This skirt is one of my favorite skirts, and I was so sad when I accidentally ripped it, but now I can wear it again after making the patch. I've worn it a few times and it's holding up. I've washed it, it's working great. So basically, you just want to cut the uneven parts off of whatever size hole it is and make it more of like a square shape. Then you want to find the rough measurements. I think I added a little bit to each because you need seam allowance. My square ended up being way bigger than it needed to be, but that's fine because I end up cutting it off at the end anyways. Basically, just make a patch that's cut out a square that's big enough, plenty big enough for the hole, and I like to check just to make sure. Now mine was in an awkward spot next to two seams, and what I'm gonna do here is do a zigzag stitch around the edge of the patch just to keep the edges from fraying. I only really ended up having to do it for one side of the patch because the rest I end up cutting off. Same thing here, I then folded it down just to give it extra security. But again, I only ended up needing to do it for one side of the patch because the rest you'll see I cut off. So now you're gonna wanna pin it into place. You have to fold in the skirt so that there's no raw edges on the outside, because if the raw edges are exposed and not properly sewn down, or if you don't use a zigzag stitch, then they will fray and fall apart over time. Now pinning this together was a struggle. Okay. But you can do it, it's not that hard. Once you actually get it done, it's super rewarding. And you can see kind of where the side that's exposed, I ended up really needing that good edge on it, but the other sides I end up cutting off. And then you just want to do a straight stitch all around, making sure to hit the edge, making sure to get all edges in together. It's a bit tricky moving it around under the sewing machine, but it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. And then I like to use my seam ripper to sometimes get it extra precise while it's under the pressure foot. Then you see my square ended up actually being way bigger than the hole, so I ended up cutting off the excess. I think I've said that about 3 times now, so that's great. Ooh, and having sharp scissors for fabric is it's next level. Everything cuts so much smoother than regular scissors. And basically, I end up choosing this stitch to go around again instead of a normal zigzag stitch. I think that, yeah, this has been working. I think it's just you need something similar to a zigzag stitch. I think that there's ways to hand sew it too if you don't have a sewing machine, but I don't know how to do that. But basically it ended up looking like this, just to make sure that you have no raw edges. And I ended up having a little hole here that didn't get in the patch, so I ended up having to hand sew that in. If you don't know how to sew, here's a little bit of a demonstration, but I don't have that great technique, so you're gonna wanna find like a legit tutorial on that. But sewing is super easy once you actually get started. It's like, it might seem intimidating, but it's super easy. And even like with a small hole, it's so good to know how to fix something like that instead of throwing away your clothes or donating it when like nobody's even gonna want it because there's a hole in it. It's so much better to try and fix it yourself. Even if it's not perfect, and it probably won't be, it's so much better than all the clothes that are ending up in the landfills. And it's also crazy to think about how everybody pretty much knew how to do things like this in the past. People knew how to sew basic things. Like, people knew how to do these basic fixes, or they had a family member who knew how to do it and could fix it for them. And it's sad that like we're kind of losing that a little bit. So I recommend anyone like learn how to sew even a little bit, learn how to crochet a little, knit, whatever it is that you can do. Just try and learn how to do it. And this is basically the finished skirt. It's not perfect, but I think it's super cute, and I'm so happy to be able to wear my skirt again. So thank you everybody for watching. Let me know if you made it this far. Like and subscribe. You know what to do.